Love that song.
Let's stay together. I like it too.
Especially since Obama sang it, you know?
Here's Michelle. Good. Hi, Michelle. We were waiting for you, looking for you. Thank you.
Hey, Michelle.
Hello.
Thank
Michelle,
you,
this is
everyone, for-
Colette. Colette is the director of PCR SBDC.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Michelle. I've seen your
Hi.
picture and everything. I was hoping
Oh.
to be able to meet you. Thank you for agreeing to participate today.
He's
And
one of
for
my
everyone
brilliant
on the
stars.
call, we're going to be starting in just a moment. So give us just a couple more seconds to let some folks in. And we'll get started. If anybody likes that music, it's Dr. Sax Love. If you ever just want some good background music, Dr. Sax. All right. Oh, I'm not a DJ. I so apologize for that. So we want to welcome you all today. Thank you all for coming and participating in our workshop.
You said don't answer?
And for those that are on, if you would please put yourself on mute as we are getting together and letting folks in. So we appreciate you all coming on. Today, we're talking about social media marketing strategies for a small business, I'm so excited about this topic. I continue to struggle in this area. I'm Colette Moore. I'm the director of PCR's SBDC, and we are here to help businesses start, grow, and succeed. I formerly had a small business in Culver City, and so I became acquainted with the folks from the city of Culver City, and so happy you guys will get to meet them later today. And then we've been partnering also with the California Bank and Trust. You're going to hear more about them, but the fact that those two areas came together for a unique topic. So we're not talking about financial fitness, but social media. But in essence, it is about financial fitness because social media is all about growing your revenue, growing your sales, and doing it in an economical way so that you can keep your margins strong, right? And be sustainable in the future. So it is still all about making sure that you're getting the financials and financial benefit from your social media. So for those that are new to the SBDC, we are a 1,000 centers around the country for the Small Business Development Center. And the whole goal is to help drive economic growth for small businesses. We provide consulting, training, and resources to small businesses throughout LA. And we're doing everything from funding and business planning, packaging for your loan. So if you're getting ready to start the lending process, make sure to come and see us to help you to prepare all of the things that you need. We have legal support as well, and then marketing, which we are covering today. All of this is at no cost and no charge to you. There is a cost. So that's why you guys are here to say, make sure that you come when you register and make sure you make it to your one-on-one appointments. So today is a workshop. We want you all to take this information, bring it back into your own business and go and work with an advisor to help you to do that. So we've got some nice surprises today. You're going to hear from one of our internal social media expert, as well as one of our clients who has applied social media for the benefit of her business. And I hope that that will inspire you all. And then we'll hear from the city of Culver City, and then we'll go into our full presentation on social media today. For those that are still looking for other help with the Small Business Development Center, SBDC, these are the different areas where we have specialty, or we have advisors. So we're doing core advising, general to your business, and then also in all of these different areas that we covered: marketing, financial, accounting, restaurant. We have a restaurant academy, as well as construction, and of course, business plan and legal. And so with that, I'd like to introduce you all to one of our specialty advisors, but she understands the financial piece of it as well, and that is Sahar Andrade. Sahar is a social media specialist. She has her own business as well, so she's in the trenches, not just helping you, but also doing it for herself. And today, Sahar launched one of our new workshops earlier this morning called Unleashing the Power of AI for Enhanced Online Branding and Marketing. We'll be doing that workshop about once a month. So I encourage you all. It's very interactive, and Sahar is giving you great opportunity to practice on that workshop. So we look forward to making sure that you are involved and participating into the future. I'm going to turn it over to Sahar, and Sahar will introduce our other guest. You're on mute, Sahar.
Right? So, hi everyone. I'm one of the lucky ones that actually work for PCR SBDC. So I consider this a great pleasure. I have been with them for 10 years. Actually, I was a client at PCR SBDC, and then I became one of their advisors. I do specialty. I do branding, marketing, and social media. For me, it's more of a strategy and knowing why we do social media. I'm sure Nicole is gonna go through all of it, and understanding how to focus on it. But today, I actually want to introduce Michelle Moreno. Michelle Moreno, I met her right after COVID, and she is a communication and public speaking coach, and she's an actress as well. That being said, when we first met, she was trying, because it was videos and Zoom, she was trying the executive to have confidence on screen. And then we evolved into more than that. We evolved, she has a lot of talents, she has skills, and we kind of changed it around to go as communication and public speaking coach, and she is killing it. So I just want her to talk about her experience rather than me talking about her. But I'm very proud of her. That's all I want to say.
Sahar, thank you so much for helping me see the light. I was not making money, and I was feeling like a failure because I felt like, gee, I have all these skills. I've done so much in my life. Why can't I make money? I was literally crying with tears. And Sahar said, you just have to believe in yourself. It's right around the corner. Let's figure this out. I pivoted. Instead of offering video confidence to business leaders, which was really something they don't see as that urgent, we decided to pivot me to work for corporations and companies as a communication coach. So I was using those same skills that I was teaching people about how to go on camera with confidence, how to be a good speaker, but I pivoted to the organizations. And since meeting her, I established this pivot and this new client persona online with posts on LinkedIn that showed that I was an expert. And what I did was I took the same content, but I transferred it over to this new customer persona. And as a result, I've spoken and done workshops at places like Airtable, Taboola, the American Marketing Association, Dropbox, and I focused on tech because I had a little bit of a background in that. And with Sahar, I had to change my mindset because I was so low. So she kind of built me back up from a low spot and also said, pivot towards this. She gave me very concrete steps. And I had been spending money on coaches who would say, well, you want to become a visionary, not just an expert. Everything they said to me was so out there and not concrete. And Sahar would just say, I'd say, what do I do? I have these people I've just met on LinkedIn. What do I do? I'll send them a message. What do I say? We started formulating the hashtags that I would put in my LinkedIn posts. We started formulating what I would talk about. And as a result, since meeting her, I am on track to double my revenues since meeting Sahar. So, oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Wonderful.
you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you. So some tweaking, some turning. None of us want to see our small businesses losing money. Been there, done that, Michelle. We don't want anybody to do that. And so we are all committed to the success of the small businesses, and those businesses, I know with our partners here in the city of Culver City as well, to make sure that the businesses are thriving, that they learn some of those key things and can apply them to their business. So Michelle, congratulations. I'm looking forward to hearing more about your successes and how you're continuing to pivot. It never stops, and how you're continuing to pivot and apply new things, and hope that you will continue to grow as well. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah,
She's
go ahead,
killing
Dawn.
it on LinkedIn as well, just to let you know, because she's B2B. So being on LinkedIn, that's her main place to be. She's doing a lot of videos as well on YouTube. So it's just like, so if you guys connect with her, if you need anything.
Oh, yeah, I'll put my
successful,
profile in the chat.
Yeah. All right. How many people put their profiles in the chat when you're networking and stuff? Your LinkedIn profile, great way to connect without giving your home address or your mobile number. So
Exactly.
thank you guys. Thanks so much. All right, so we do have a poll that we wanted to go through to find out, and this is in preparation for our key speaker, who's going to be coming very shortly. And this is just about SEO. Quick question for everybody. Please put into the chat, answer this question. Do you use any social media optimization tools? And if so, what are you doing here? So please put your answer into the chat. The options: Google Analytics, SEO, keyword search, or none of the above. All right, we'll give it 5 more seconds for everybody to come in, and let's see what's actually happening. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So we're seeing here that there's opportunities for improvement in terms of leveraging and using social media optimization tools. So you're going to hear some more about that, with 49% are using none of the above. And what's the next highest one is keyword search. Then SEO and Google Analytics are kind of neck and neck right here. So thank you all for sharing that information, and we'll be talking about that a little bit further. So give me 1 second. All right, so I mentioned our 2 partners today, California Bank and Trust, and we've worked with them so many times doing workshops, financial workshops, and a social media workshop. And they are also located in the city of Culver City, who is our other partner today. So I'm thinking, what a great match, 3 partners coming together to be able to help small businesses. You're going to hear more from California Bank and Trust, but we'd like to give a moment for the city of Culver City, who sent invitations to the small businesses interested in your success. So we're going to turn it over now to Elizabeth Garcia, and Elizabeth will be able to introduce Elaine, who is on the call. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Hi, everybody. This is Elizabeth Garcia. I work as an economic development project manager here in the city. A lot of the information that we do is obviously helping businesses locate in the city and grow in the city, and whatever kind of helping them with whatever obstacles they may have. Elaine, are you in the call?
I am. Thanks, Liz.
Okay. Yes.
So everyone, my name is Elaine Warner. I'm the Director of Economic Development for the City of Culver City, and we're thrilled to see so many of you on this call. One of the goals that we have is to support our small businesses in Culver City and to make sure that they have all the tools and the expertise they need to thrive. And Colette, who we really appreciate all of your efforts. Colette was on our Economic Recovery Task Force since we started that as a recovery pandemic initiative. And we are so grateful for all of her expertise. And we are going to be doing a series of webinars to be able to understand what our small businesses need and what supports that we can provide for you. So again, thank you to Colette and her team. Thank you very much for everyone that's here today. We look forward to a continuing relationship. I appreciate all the LinkedIn and the social optimization. We're still learning that at the city, but we've hired a new communications director. So let's all please stay connected. And Liz and I would love to come out and do a business visitation with you and learn more about your business. Thank you.
Yeah, and as Elaine said, we're here to help you. One of the things that we do, we have 3 main things for business assistance. One is our business resource center, helping you as a business, small business concierge, single point of contact, being the single point of contact at City Hall, providing input on the process of opening a business, permit assistance from, if you need a business license, to any site selections. Any referral services you may need, like, assistance with the SBDC or other different financial assistance, business chats and visitations. We want to get if you're in Culver City, we'd love to get to know who you are, as Elaine mentioned. And the other thing that, we're really ramping up is our community activation events. Understanding that, our community events activate our commercial corridors, activate our streets, and it, brings people out and supporting our local businesses. So we have our business hotline and our email. I'm going to put my email in the chat as well. Feel free to reach out to us, even if you're not in Culver City and are looking into possibly locating. In the process of doing so. So reach out and we're more than happy. Thank you, Colette, for your partnership in this workshop and making it so easy for our businesses to access this information. We really, really appreciate your partnership.
Well, thank you, and appreciate you guys there at the city. You were always helpful while I was there as well. So I wanted to just share quickly. I'm noticing in the chat, you guys, all during the pandemic, people have learned how to network. I see you all using your Instagram, your LinkedIn. So I think there are a few sophisticated folks already in here. So that's wonderful to see. And I'm excited to now go to our presenters for today. We're going to have Gregory Glover actually introduce himself. Gregory, I don't see your bio right there. And Gregory is a first vice president and business center manager for California Bank and Trust. We have worked with Gregory before. He's taken over for another friend of ours at California Bank and Trust, and we're happy to have him on board and part of the planning that we're doing to bring great information to small businesses. So Gregory, let's see you.
All right. Hopefully you can see me. Yes, thank you, Colette. As Colette said, my name is Greg Glover, and I'm the business center manager for California Bank and Trust out in Ventura County. Very happy to be attending this Zoom conference with my colleague, Nicole Lee. Nicole is a digital marketing specialist, and Nicole runs the state of California for social media and digital marketing at California Bank and Trust. So we're looking forward to presenting such an important topic of social media marketing strategies for small businesses, in conjunction with Pacific Coast Regional Small Business Development Center and Culver City Economic Development. First off, my congratulations for all the wonderful work PCR does and Culver City Economics Development with assisting small businesses with their financial, educational, and consulting services. It's truly an honor to be here. So with that, we will be discussing today with regards to social media, attracting new clients. Is your brand clearly showcasing your value? And where do I start? So not only will we be discussing these topics, but we'll also be addressing any questions you might have. So this presentation is being brought to you by California Bank and Trust. And California Bank and Trust is a full service bank specializing in consumer, commercial, and wealth management services. In fact, we offer some high interest rates in the consumer CD market and have several types of mortgages for homeownership programs and high net worth first-time buyers, including affordable housing. So without further ado, I would like to introduce my partner, our featured presenter, digital marketing specialist, Nicole Lee.
Thank you so much, Greg. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much, Colette. Here, let me share my screen and get started. All right. Alrighty, do you guys will you guys see my screen? Perfect. Alrighty. Well, to get started, greetings everyone. I'm so happy to be here partnering with PCR in Culver City today. Again, my name is Nicole Lee. I'm a digital marketing specialist here at CB&T, and today I'm here to talk about the best ways to market your business on social media. Social media marketing is an incredibly powerful tool to reach your target audiences and build relationships with your customers and grow your business. So whether you are just getting started or looking to refine your strategy, I'm going to go over the best ways to get started. These are just a bit of the discussion topics I will be going over today: developing your strategy, target audience, language, channel positioning, business objectives, and so on and so forth. Alrighty, developing your strategy. So in order to effectively utilize social media for your business, it is crucial to develop a well-defined strategy. This presentation will guide you through the key steps to develop your social media strategy and kind of just better set your business up on social media for this digital age. The first in developing your social media strategy is to clearly identify your target audience. Understanding who your target audience is will help you tailor your content and messaging to resonate with them. Consider the factors such as demographics, interests, and behaviors to create a detailed profile of your target audience. I'm just going to brief on this a little bit, and then later in the presentation, we'll kind of delve deeper into the target audience demographics. But just to continue on, once you've identified your target audience, the next step is to determine what social media platforms are the most relevant to reach them. Research and when you research and analyze different platforms to understand where your target audience is most active, will better help you in kind of finding what your ideal customer will look like. So depending on your business, target audience, platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, you can determine which platforms would be best suited for you to kind of put in your social media efforts. But before diving into social media, it is very important to establish, what your clear business objectives are. These objectives will guide your social media efforts and help you measure your success of your strategy. You want to build these objectives around increasing your brand awareness, generating leads, driving website traffic, or enhancing your customer engagement. These are key objectives to really focus on with any social media strategy for your business, and making sure that that your objectives align with your overall business goals. And just to continue on, once you have a clear understanding of your objectives and target audience, creating a content plan is pretty much the next step, which outlines the types of content you will produce, such as blogs, social media updates, videos, podcasts. Creating a content plan that kind of structures your social media content to align with your business goals is really great, because once you plan it ahead of time, you can make sure that all of your content is consistent throughout the months ahead. And it can also helps you consider the frequency of your content posting and set a realistic set schedule for yourself. And after you kind of set your content and schedule it, the best way to, after those campaigns are kind of set, is to, or pretty much once your content is in motion, it's important to monitor its performance and make necessary adjustments. So monitor and adjust as you keep going. So keeping track of your analytics, such as website traffic, engagement metrics,
conversion rates, and identify what content is resonating with your audience and adjust your strategy accordingly. This ongoing monitoring and adjustment will ensure that your content remains effective and aligns with your overall goals. Alrighty, okay, so to delve deeper into the target audience, finding your target audience for your business on social media is essential for success. It can be difficult to know where to start, but there are several strategies you can use to ensure you're reaching the right people. The first step is to identify your target demographics. Who is most likely to be interested in your business and its products and services? So consider factors such as age, gender, location, interests, job title, education. You can use surveys, polls, or other researching methods to get a better understanding of your target and audience. And once you've identified your target demographics, you can create a buyer persona. Buyer personas are fictional representations of your ideal customer based on your research you've done. So they should include information such as their needs, goals, challenges, ages. This will help you create content that resonates with them. And I guess going along the lines with more of a buyer persona, like for example, let's just say I sell, cute Barbie centered shirts with the Barbie movie that just came out. My target demographic might be, girls aged 13 to 25, so I would try to build my buyer persona to kind of reach that age range and see, okay, what is my target audience looking at? What channels are they mostly on? And kind of build around that kind of strategy, just as an example. Also with your target audience, there's so many social media listening tools out there to help you kind of narrow your search and kind of best help you in navigating who your target audience is. So there's social media listening tools, different platforms that use them. There's also, what's it called? A lot of social media channels that help you, that you can utilize to kind of, narrow down your searches on all of the channels like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. They all have a lot of analytics built in within it to help you kind of narrow down your target audience and make it easier for you to track, the conversations that are being had and keywords related to your business, and also identify potential leads for your business. Alrighty, so with social media, language and writing, so important with the copy that you're kind of writing and putting out there for your business. It plays a vital role in shaping the way we communicate on social media platforms. When it comes to social media being helpful, is very key. Your content should provide value to your audience and offer solutions to their problems. In this fast-paced world of social media, attention spans are really short. So to capture and retain your audience's attention, it's really crucial that you present your ideas in a clear and concise manner. Avoid using jargon and complex language that can confuse your readers. Kind of make the readability to kind of fit all ages and demographics. Instead use very simple and straightforward language to convey your message effectively. To also capture and retain your audience's attention, it's crucial to present your ideas in a clear and concise manner, just like straight and to the point. Avoid using jargon and complex language. It is really important to just kind of stay informative. Just tell them tell your users and your audience what they're most interested in hearing, and making sure that the SEO and keywords are embedded throughout. I'm not sure if a lot of you are familiar with SEO and keywords, so I'll kind of dive a little deeper into what that is. In this vast ocean of social media content, it is essential to optimize posts with search engines. We all use search engines such as Google, Bing, anything that kind of has a search engine to research and look into. You should be utilizing these platforms to kind of optimize your business and your social media on those platforms as well. So by incorporating SEO techniques and embedding relevant keywords in your content, you can improve your visibility and attract organic content. So conducting keyword research and using tools like Google Trends can help you identify popular keywords related to your industry topic. And however, it is also important to strike a balance between how much keywords you're kind of optimizing in between, making sure that it kind of has a natural readable content within all of your social media posts. And a little bit more on keywords. So keywords and SEO, search engine optimization, go hand in hand. So when it comes to improving visibility and ranking on website or search engines result pages, keywords are pretty specific words or phrases that users enter into search engines to find relevant information or products of optimizing your website. So for example, if I was looking for a small business loan, I would look into Google and I would type in, oh, you know what, I'm looking for a small business loan or mortgage loan. Those are little keyword phrases that search engines like Google will pick up and be like, okay, this is what this audience is looking for, and making sure you kind of embed that phrase into, your headlines and your copy within your social media. Alrighty, so when it comes to also posting social media for your business, tone is very crucial. Your post should be very friendly, welcoming, but also kind of keeping a level of professionalism and making sure it's pretty informative based. You want to give off the impression that you're not just an expert in your field, but you're reliable and trustworthy. So pretty much furthermore, sorry. didn't mean to cut off right there. So furthermore, it's important to ensure that your posts are also engaging, reliable, and kind of give your own brand of personality. Whatever your business is, kind of give yourself a tone and voice that is consistent throughout. Make sure it stays consistent throughout all of your channels that you're also using as well. Your post should pretty much ultimately be something that your followers can relate to and look forward to reading about. So making sure you kind of have that really great language, tone, and voice to kind of incorporate throughout all of your social media is really key. And just as a quick example, here is an example of one of our clients. This is one of our CB&T clients who have identified their audience and marketed themselves really effectively in their respective fields. Surf Divas are two sisters who own a surf school in La Jolla and market their business to all ages. And it is really reflected in their marketing plan. So they very geo-target to more coastal areas of California. And that's how they kind of embed all of their social media on all of their channels. I believe they're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and they just kind of make sure to keep that consistency throughout, which is really great. Another client that this client specifically is located in LA. Third Encore is a rehearsal studio that caters to bands of all sizes and is run by a father-son duo. They promote their services really effectively through displaying a lot of their band equipment, a lot of their rehearsal spaces, and they show a lot of them being displayed on a lot of television appearances, and making sure that the bands that have used their services kind of tag them and reference them on social media as well. Social media is a great tool to kind of get that information out to your customers, but it is also a really great networking platform to make sure that you kind of stay connected to your customers, as well as stay kind of showcasing those clients out to the world as well. So what I really love about these two specific clients is they really know how to market to their clients and really have engaging content that is kind of showcased on all of their platforms. Alrighty. So channel positioning. Channel positioning is the practice of pretty much selecting which channels you'll use and to reach your target audience. It involves assessing which channels are most effective for your particular goals and objectives. This can include everything from selecting a platform that fits your target customer to choosing the types of content that resonates with them. Channel positioning is important because it helps you focus your efforts. That way you don't waste your time and resources marketing to the wrong demographic or using the wrong channels. You know, as business owners, you guys only have so much time in your day. So making sure you're kind of using the correct marketing strategies for your business is very vital. So instead, you'll be able to target the right people with the correct messaging. And for example, if you have a young, if you're targeting a younger demographic or younger audience, you may want to focus on platforms such as Instagram and Snapchat or TikTok. But on the other hand, if you're targeting an older demographic, you may want to use platforms such as LinkedIn or Facebook. So it really just depends. But, you know, every year kind of the demographics change a little bit. So making sure you kind of stay on top of, you know, the social media culture on what, you know, what audiences are kind of being affected on each channel. Some of them kind of change. Before, Twitter was a very, you know, a young centered platform, but now it's kind of gotten into a space where it's kind of been welcomed by all ages and have really great marketing tools on Twitter to be able to really expand your messaging on that social media platform. Alrighty. So what are your business objectives? So with creating business objectives for your social media marketing strategy, it is important important step in a successful communication engagement with your making an engagement plan. Objectives help to track progress, measure success, and ensure that your social media efforts are aligned with your business goals. By setting objectives, you give yourself something to measure your progress against and make objectives that are or adjustments when necessary with your overall business goals. Objectives provide focus and allow you to make decisions on how you can allocate your resources and time. And finally, objectives provide an opportunity to adjust your strategy if necessary and ensure that your social media efforts are effective. And if you need to adjust them quarterly, you can. So with that, when done correctly, creating a business objective for your social media marketing strategy can be a powerful tool to help you reach your desired results. Alrighty, content pillars. So by having content pillars, you can set a clear path for your content and measure your success of your strategies. This allows you to focus your efforts and maximize the impact of your content. With content pillars, you can create a well-defined plan that ensures your content is effective, on brand, and can also, with these pillars, you can measure the progress and determine what works best for you. Content pillars are a great way to ensure that you have consistent messaging, make sure that each social media effort is engaging, inspiring, informative, and puts enough data involved in each campaign that you can analyze your efforts. Alrighty, so right here is just an example of a content calendar. I utilize one of these in all of my social media marketing campaigns. They are so helpful, so useful. This kind of helps me structure what I'm going to do on a monthly basis. I use this as a tool that I kind of utilize for, you know, for working with my design team, my copy editing team. This is like such an important tool just to kind of prepare my content for the months ahead. So creating a social media content calendar is just a very valuable tool for your business. Not only does it help you plan ahead, stay organized, but will also help you stay consistent with your messaging. So like, for example, on this content calendar, if you want to make Mondays your product featuring days, you can structure it where products on Monday, you have a giveaway on Tuesday, a sponsored event on Wednesday, maybe a blog post on Thursday. It's just a really great way to make sure and it's a really great way to templatize your work and make sure that you can kind of build out your calendar by having a consistent schedule that is reflected month by month, so that a lot of your audience can expect this kind of content on a week basis and kind of build that trustworthiness and reliability with you and your business. Alrighty, so when it comes to statistics and analysis, here are some of the top metrics that I would say is probably important to focus on when you're kind of measuring out your social media campaigns for your business. Number one for me is followers. This metric allows you to track how quickly your followers are growing, as well as how engaged they are with your posts. Tracking followers can help you identify potential brand advocates, influencers who can help spread the word about your business. And additionally, tracking followers helps you measure the success of your content and campaigns by tracking followers. By tracking the followers, you can pretty much gain insights with what your content what content resonates with who. Next would be your content engagement. So with content engagement, this measures interactions on your posts, such as likes, comments, shares. This allows you to gauge how successful your content is with your target audience, and which is very, very important. And next is impressions and reach. So reach is the total number of people who have seen your posts and are going to be seeing your posts. This metric is important for measuring the success of your posts and understanding how well your content is being seen to that target audience. So there might be posts that you have that are very much engaged, like where people are very engaged with, but the impressions are low. So that means that, you know, out of 1 million people, this post only went to 400 people or 1,000 people. Whereas, you know, one post might have, you know, 1,500 engagements and impressions and maybe just 2 engagements. So just like followers and in content engagement, it's impressions and reach is equally as important. And to move on to click-through rate, this measures how many people click on your LinkedIn post. This metric allows you to track how successful your posts are in driving people to your website, driving people to your social media channels. This just is really helpful when determining, okay, how well are people being brought to my website? So with this, these are all trackable metrics that you can follow for your business performance. And I would say when it comes to tracking your social media metrics, I would say kind of track them on a quarterly basis, keep up with them, have a goal of making sure to keep up with each campaign that you're doing and measuring out which campaign in a quarterly basis and tracking those metrics so that you can see which campaign was successful, which campaign kind of was not, and making sure that you make those adjustments for each campaign. You know, with social media, it's ever growing. And so having those adjustments for your social media campaign is just very necessary with this ever-growing digital age. So just making sure to keep on top of it and doing your necessary research. Alrighty, so key takeaways that I would say is probably just mostly important for this presentation is just, you know, your marketing strategy, identifying that target audience, identifying your brand language, your voice. What do you want your company, your business to represent? How do you want it to be conveyed? what channels do you want your business to be positioned on to be most effective, and creating that business objectives that you can really start measuring your metrics on with specific campaigns. So out of everything on this, I think these are just some of the most important things to do when it comes to building out your social media presence and for your business. Okay, so how to get started. I know this was probably a lot of information for all of you, but I wanted to just give you just a small list of like just actionable items to help you kind of guide you on your way. So to start, I would say, you know, with social media, it seems like a lot at once, but just kind of familiarize yourself with some of the platforms on the business side of them. Determine the platforms that you feel like will best fit your brand. Follow your competitors. See what they're doing, see what they're successful in. You know, learn from them. All of us are learning from each other. And I think with our competitors, we can see what's working, what's not working. So do a little bit of the research on each social media channel and see what they're doing right. Determine the number of posts you'll be making weekly. I would say if you're just getting started, it's nice to have a consistent basis. So I would say maybe consistently say like, hey, I'm going to dedicate at least 3 or 4 posts a week. And then as you start building up your clientele and building up your presence online, you can limit that to maybe 2 or 3. But, you know, consistency is really key when you're first starting off. So making sure to kind of consistently post on a weekly, daily basis, I would say, is very good. But another thing is creating a content calendar to structure your posts. I would say building out that content calendar is very worth it, or you can use a lot of social media optimization tools like Sprout Social or Sprout Social. I think, what was it? There's a SEO platform that helps you kind of build these out yourself. And kind of makes it easier for you to kind of build out your content on a monthly basis. So creating that content calendar will be breezy for you to make sure that you can kind of structure out your content for the week or month and kind of just set it and forget it pretty much. And then lastly is pretty much monitor and engage. As a lot of you are getting started with your social media and strategies, it's just always good to keep a consistency with tracking your data on a quarterly basis. So yeah. So I guess I can just open it up for any questions you guys may have.
And we have plenty of questions, so give me 1 second. All right, so the first one is from Familia Mata, and the question is, how might we develop a content strategy that solves our users' problems without regurgitating what what competitors may say?
That's a really good question. I would say, you know, I guess it depends. I guess it just depends on what your field is, because I know in the banking sector, we have a lot of, you know, legal jargon that we have to kind of make sure that we're compliant with. So, you know, kind of saying something in a different variety of ways is kind of be a little bit, you know, difficult. But I would say, you know, take that content and see different varieties. Give yourself, if you're looking at what competitors are saying, kind of give you a list of the different ways that they're saying it and kind of tailor it to, you know, take a few key phrases and kind of make it your own. Rephrase it in a way that you feel like fits your brand profile. You know, everybody has a different type of language and voice for their business. So making sure it kind of aligns with your tone and voice for your business would probably be key.
Great. Then a question here from Flynn Falcone. Any lead generation tools or methods that you recommend?
Lead generation tools.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know for leads, we personally use Salesforce, but I'm kind of curious. So what do you mean by leads? Like,
Yeah, I'm wondering, Flynn, do you mean like LinkedIn? Michelle talked about how she was using LinkedIn for essentially lead generation and follow-up at the start of the presentation. So I'm not quite sure what you mean by that.
but I mean, if you're trying to gain
Leads,
more,
so ideal equals ideal target customers. That's what he's saying there.
oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, I guess that also is determined by your business, what type of business you have. I mean, if you're more on the financial sector, I would say, or more B2B, business to business or business to consumer, I would say business to businesses should probably always, exclusively network on LinkedIn. You'll probably have a bigger presence. Your business will be kind of showcased to reach a lot of other businesses that you're trying to reach. So I would say LinkedIn is probably the best platform for that. But again, it's very determined on your particular business.
Yeah, and I have to say, I'm so glad that Nicole said LinkedIn is for B2B, because when she said it was for older users, I kind of felt some kind of way about that. So I was really glad that you changed that to be business to business. Thank you for that.
Well, no, I should have rephrased.
It's fine. No, it's all
sure.
good.
Being in the business sector, younger generations are starting off on their career. LinkedIn is for more seasoned people getting started. So.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Suki is asking, how often do we post on social media for optimum results?
I would say I don't want to overwhelm people, but I know if you're just trying to get your business off the ground, posting very consistently, like I would say 4 to 5 times a week, or 3 to 4 times if that's too much to do on a weekly basis. But I would say no less than 3 to 4, because when you're first starting out, you want people to recognize you. You want people to see your name pop up on their feeds as often as possible. So when you're if you're a business such as, Nike, they don't really have to focus on posting consistently anymore. People know who Nike is. They follow the brand. They don't really necessarily need to advertise like that. But when you're first starting off, making sure you kind of get that name out there is vital. So I would say yes, like about 4 to 5 times a week to get started. And let's just say maybe first quarter, the first few months, dedicate 4 to 5 times a week. And then probably maybe after that, maybe give it a little bit less, 3 to 4. But I guess when you're starting out, getting your name out there is very important, and making sure to network is very important.
All right, Larcinia Young is asking, and then Greg, I think you had something else. No? Okay. Will you do an
I was going to just say, I was
Okay.
going to just ask Nicole to also, posting is one way, but also, Nicole, can you elaborate on having other people repost your post and those things? If that is a good way to market yourself as well, hearing the same message.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much, Greg. That's a great point. Yes, I think with posting, it's good to repost, but making sure to build those networks on platforms such as LinkedIn, and making sure your connections are also reposting. If you have friends, family, people, or even clients that, have used your services, make sure to connect with them. Make sure to say, hey, I just posted this. Why don't you repost it and get out there? Networking is key, who you know. So making sure that, your friends, family, other clients are reposting your content as well is really going to increase impressions and reach, and get your content seen way more and engaged with way more.
Okay. Okay, Larcinia is asking, will you do an example of a post on one of the platforms? So how many platforms do you recommend to use? So I don't know if you wanted to pull up an example of one.
I can do that. Let me see. I guess I can go on maybe.
And then the related question was that is, how many platforms do you recommend to use? Which is a great question. How many should you be using?
I gotcha. Okay, so sorry, Colette. What was the first question? Just an example of
an example of a
platform?
post on one of the platforms. So give an example of maybe a post.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Here, let's see, let me open up. Mhm.
And thank you all for your questions as well. So we will keep working to get to those. All right, so while Nicole is looking at that, there's one here. Do you have a resource that you can suggest that can provide technical assistance for refining an IG page, establishing a consistent look and feel for the content? And that is
Yeah.
from Livet. You can always work with our social media advisor regarding that focus on IG, Sahar, who spoke earlier. So if you are not if you're not with the PCR and the SBDC, maybe you're with another SBDC, there may be a social media specialist with that particular center, or if you are with our center, you can certainly work with Sahar going through your core advisor. All right, and the core advisor will work with you also on, your strategy, and also that'll be part of working with Sahar individually on your business. And we'll put that information in. If you are not already a client, we'll make sure to put that information in. All right, Nicole, go ahead.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much, Colette. Well, just for an example, this is a post that we have done. We have our own magazine at CB&T, In Your Corner magazine, which we love because it features a lot of client spotlights.
Can you
and
blow it up
financial-
just a little? Can you blow it up?
Oh,
just a little?
I'll
Thanks.
try to increase it. Oh, shoot. What did I do? Oh, do you still see my screen?
Yep. Okay.
Alrighty. So with this post example, we have our In Your Corner magazine, which we feature a lot of client spotlights, which we love to do because it also, advertises their business, which we end up tagging them on their business. We tag a lot of the owners and co-owners that are within it. And then we also, tag it to our business article and our magazine. So it's another way for us to network their business as them being our client, and also increase our engagement for our CB&T brand. So this is just an example of like one of our posts, making sure to also tag a lot of the businesses and clients that you're kind of featuring. So having more people to kind of tie here, let me rephrase. Making sure your kind of posts are more quality stricken versus quantity. So whatever you're putting out there, make sure it's tied to a story. Make sure it's tied to something, tied to your business, but also, if you have client testimonies, put that out there. People want to see that. People want to see people enjoying what you're doing out and the products that you're producing out there. So, I mean, obviously that you can't tie every story to somebody on LinkedIn, but trying to kind of make sure that your content is, what's the phrase? Telling a story.
All right, great. And thank you for that question. That's great. If Michelle Moreno's on, Michelle, get ready. We're about to tag you in a post from PCR SBDC. So get ready. Thank you, Nicole.
Of course.
right.
And then I think there was another question. Sorry.
Yep. No, we have a couple of others. I'm going to them. What is the specific content calendar application you shared with us called? Great.
Oh, yes, it's called Sprout Social. I personally use it at CB&T. It's I used to build my calendars from scratch, and that was it was a lot of work, but it was definitely worth it. But with Sprout Social, it makes building out my content calendar so efficient because I can build out my calendar on the platform and fill it in with the copy, tag whoever I need to, upload my images, and I can see my whole calendar for the entirety of the month or the upcoming month. I think going month by month basis is probably an easier way to kind of manage. I tried to do it by like 3 months and it was just way too much content to produce all at once. But I think by month basis is a really good strategy for most.
Wonderful. And we do have a giveaway for you after the questions regarding that content calendar without using Sprout. Briogeny or team, can you put Sprout into the chat? Someone asked about that as well.
Yes, grab it a link.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right. Let me see. Okay, I see a few more in here. Can you recommend the best CRM software? And I don't know if that's something that you do on social media related to that or keeping track that way.
I don't really use a CRM software personally. I'm sure that it's a wonderful tool that some people use. I just don't currently use it. I utilize a lot of SEO tools, keywords, reputation, like social listening tools. So Reputation, really great social listening tool. You know, what's it called? Was it Hootsuite? Really great social media tool. Also has social listening, which is involved. These platforms are can be a little bit pricey, but sometimes it's very much worth it because it's an all-in-one platform that tracks a lot of your and how to you know, optimize your social media with keywords and SEO for your website. And they actually give you, you know, data back, seeing how you can update your web pages. So, you know, it might be more enticing to go for a cheaper route and just build it out. But, you know, sometimes with those platforms, it's kind of worth it in the end because it helps you strategize alongside your content.
Thank you. Abraham is asking, what factors should we consider when developing the tone voice for a brand to resonate with our target audience?
Oh, that's a great question.
Mhm.
I would say, I guess depending on your brand again, I would say always kind of, you know, you can keep it more on a professional tone. I think professional goes a long way, especially when you're first building out your platform. You want people to know that you're a reliable source for information. So having that professional tone conveyed in your brand, and maybe a little bit of humor, you know, with things going on, kind of tailoring some of your content to things that are going in our everyday age. You know, I know that there's a lot of content going on about, you know, cinema, or, you know, if you're a big sports fan, sometimes you can tailor some of your content to everyday cultural events that, you know, people will actually click on because, oh, wow, you know, that's interesting. Like this business is talking about that. It's relating to what I'm interested in. So I know for CB&T, we're a bank, but sometimes I like to tailor some of our content to things going on. Like I think we had there was Shark Week, and just an example. And so I was like, you know what, during this Shark Week, here's 5 ways to avoid fraudulent sharks that are after your money, you know? So just having kind of like fun with it. You don't always have to make everything humorous because again, you want to convey that professional tone, but sprinkling in a little bit of that comedy, that humor. So that says you're, you know, we're hip to what's going on in today's day and age. But yes, I hope that answers your question. I think it is really good to kind of keep a consistent professional tone, but you know, you can give it a little personality with everyday cultural events.
Great, thank you. All right, Cindy is asking, can you recommend the best way to learn on LinkedIn? Seems so much different than other social media. Never used, but I'm selling B2B, so it sounds like I should learn.
Oh, so good. Well, you know, I love LinkedIn. It is such a great platform. They actually, if you get the premium LinkedIn, they give you a free week to take all the online courses for LinkedIn, and that will really help you. But they also offer a lot of free courses on LinkedIn, but also YouTube. I look a lot on YouTube. YouTube is super informative. So if you have any questions with regards to LinkedIn and how to market, look to that, or even Sahara, like going to social media experts to really help you engage on LinkedIn. Platforms such as LinkedIn will really help you.
Okay. And Salazar, I'm not sure, I see that you put in the CRM, customer relations management. Is there an effective program for success in this area? And I think the answer is not necessarily for social media. So there are a lot of tools out there, but Nicole, I'm not sure if you have anything else on that.
For CRM.
Yeah. And social media, maybe how the two tie together, but I don't know if Nicole is the one to answer on the tools themselves, Salazar, so.
Not on an SRM, not on a CRM tool. But if you have any questions on, is the question, is he looking for any type of platform or
Yeah.
just CRM?
I think just any type. It looks like, what's an effective program for success in this area?
I definitely, I know a lot about social media, but I'm not very too familiar with CRM.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you. Caroline is asking, do you have suggestions or methods to research or find out what SEO or keywords work best or are trending for our particular business?
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of actual free tools you can use that don't cost any money. You can actually go on Google Analytics, open up a Google Ads account. You don't have to put any information on there, and they actually have an SEO keywords tool that you can download onto your desktop. And after that, you can actually type in for your business, type in a bunch of keywords or, whatever your business is, type it in. And they actually will populate a bunch of keywords that people are using, long tail keywords or short keywords. And, that's what I usually, well, before I worked for CB&T, I would use that tool. There's also SE ranking, which is a tool we use, and Bright Edge, which is a really great tool. It's not too pricey. And that is also keywords optimizing tool that you have to pay money for, but it is really good. It tells you how to kind of build out your web pages and tells you, okay, this is the best type of content to start putting in, so you can optimize your SEO or search engine optimization for your page.
Great, thank you. And we do work with Grow with Google. We often have workshops with Google for using like the analytics tools and things. So be on the lookout for those with our newsletter that we send out or our website. All right, what are your thoughts about using AI to create posts for social media posting? Oh, Candace. Sahar just did a whole workshop on that earlier today. But Nicole, let me hear from you. Are you using AI in your social media now?
No, I'm not using AI, only because the only reason I am not using AI, even though it is very helpful, is that for me, I love growing. I love developing my skills. So to be a storyteller, social media is telling a story. Social media is constantly increasing your knowledge. So for me, I want to keep on top of my own copy editing skills and my own social media. So if I'm constantly typing in what to say or, key phrases, I was like, I'm not learning at all. So for me, I'm like, oh gosh, like my job's obsolete at this point.
Yes.
So I still try to use my own imagination on how to build out my calendars. But with that is just me. I would say, I think there's so many great social media AI tools. So you can help you, at least give you ideas, what kind of content to build out or what hashtags to use. I think AI is very, especially when you're just starting out on social media, I think AI can be very helpful on how to kind of structure your posts. And then after you kind of utilize AI for a little bit, maybe gives you like this spark of creativity to kind of build out some of your own campaigns as well.
All right. Thank you, Candace. Great question. And thanks for attending earlier today. All right. I didn't see any more questions, but I'm excited because we are going to be able to provide you with a social media calendar from California Bank and Trust. So Briogeny will be putting that into the chat for you all. You can download that, and then you can have that. That's not the nice Sprouts simplified way or more technology-based way to put your calendar together, but it'll be a good start for you to start working on a content calendar. And I'm curious, how many of you in the chat just put in, do you have a content calendar? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you have a content calendar already? So hopefully this will be useful to you. And Briogeny, I can't see if you've already put that into the chat. Sort of, no, okay. No, okay, Briogeny did put this in. So this is a handout. All right, so this, okay, sort of, I know that feeling. So thank you, Leah. Sometimes. So you guys, this will help you. It does give you a more formalized cadence. I like that term, Garrick, formalized cadence. And I think that's what Nicole was sharing today, is kind of regularity, consistency that your viewers are looking for, that your clients might be looking for, or potential clients may be looking for. All right, thank you. All right, you guys. So please, yes, go ahead and download that. So we are going to spin the wheel. So for those of you that came on within the at least 45 minutes, we are going to spin the wheel, and we have actually 2 prizes today. And I think, Nicole, did you suggest this book, 1 Million Followers?
I believe I did.
Okay. If not, that might have been Briogeny, How I Built a Massive Social Media Following in 30 Days. And then we also have a gift basket from California Bank and Trust. So we're going to spin the wheel here. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see. Oh, Lily, sorry, Leah, you just missed that. Lily, congratulations. You will get that book there, 1 Million Followers. So thank you. And then we're going to spin one more time. And that is going to go to, all right, Larcenia. Thank you all. Sorry, Lee, I know that was kind of rough. And congratulations to the both of you all. And I hope that you will use those gifts. One is a gift to enjoy for food, and the other one is for building your business as well. So just last things we wanted to cover were, we do have some upcoming SBDC resource webinars. You know, we talk about financial fitness is a key area. We always have workshops in this area. Please, all of our small businesses on, make sure that you are coming on and getting information about balance sheet, financial statements, how to project financials for your business, income statements, smart credit strategies. And these are ongoing because we want you all to be well equipped and to speak the language of financials so that you can be able to get a loan from a California Bank and Trust in the future. So it's preparing you for that. And then also the social media, again, is going to help your top line, help you on the revenue side. And how does that go into your overall projections? Also, anyone interested in franchise ownership. We also have, I think Briogeny is going to put into the chat the next social media workshop that we're having. And one of the things I failed to mention, that if you are a client of PCR, so if you registered with us, you will go onto our email blast. We send grants, funding opportunities, key workshops, things like that. So then you will become aware of all of the resources that are available to you. Briogeny put in here the next branding workshop that we will be doing. And I just want to thank our presenter, Nicole. Nicole, thank you. A wealth of information. Thanks for sharing and then showing the examples as well. This is our second time working with you, and we're all still practicing, but some people are more practiced than others, like Nicole. So
Oh, thank you so much. I was so happy to be here again. Thank you so much for having me. Such a pleasure.
Great, thank you. And then I saw Nicole, Sahar's information. So Sahar, you will go through our main office. So that'll be provided for you. And then we'll set you up with core advising, and that may take you straight to Sahar. But that is going to go into the chat as well. So quick question for you guys. What is the one action you're going to take based on the information shared today? We're all about action, right? So learn and apply to your business. So please put into the chat. We covered so many things today. There are things with the city. It could be strategy, content plan, target audience, statistics to measure, getting on Sprout. I don't know. Which ones of those things are you going to use and apply to your business today? And for today's contents, it's going to be provided to you. Our team is going to send an email to all of those that attended today with a video in the next couple of days. Okay. All right. So thank you guys putting in. This is your plan, your business, what you're going to do. And I love what you guys are putting in right now. Google Analytics, plan, social media calendar, stats, and a target audience, really knowing where you're going, and a combination of all of them. And Larcenia, start small. You can't eat that whole elephant. It's so much to do. So pick a small task and get started. So lastly, we do have our upcoming workshops that is in the chat or going in very shortly. We have a survey. If you guys would all please take time to fill that out from our SBDC. You can Google us and feel free to put a rating in, and then also follow us on IG, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And so I want to thank my back office team here, Briogeny Sanders and China Spikes. Briogeny is our marketing coordinator, and then China Spikes is our associate director, and they are both on supporting this workshop and webinar today. I thank you guys all for coming on today. I see a few more. Thank you all for coming. We so appreciate you. And please, Briogeny, if you would just put the information of how to reach us, if folks have not done so already. We thank our partners for today. California Bank and Trust, wonderful. Thank you, Gregory and Nicole. And then the City of Culver City for making sure that the small businesses in Culver City can grow and thrive along with the other clients that we serve. We appreciate working with you all and look forward to, I heard that, a series. So we're looking forward to working together on the next thing there. And Gregory, we'll see you at our next California Bank and Trust session. Everybody have a wonderful day. Go get that social media, grow your client base, get financially fit, and we look forward to seeing you all in the future. Briogeny just put in the information on how to reach us, and you can always send us an email at info@PCRSBDC if you are not a client of the SBDC. Everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you all for coming, and much success to you and your business. Take care.
Thank you all.
Thank you.